Hey Planty friends, welcome back or welcome to my Planty channel. Today I have a really exciting video for y'all. I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite houseplants of the month. So basically all my plants are my favorites, right? A lot of them are like just my babies, but these have just been doing super duper good as well. Like I didn't knew they were gonna do that good this month or the previous months. So I want to go ahead and show them to you, and also what I'm doing differently was like giving me success with them as well. But I'm really excited. It's 9 plants from what I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plantitas. I usually try to make it 10, but I just couldn't find another plant. And it's funny because I just said they're all my favorite. But these are, I mean, there's not that many that can outshine these. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm gonna start with this one. Honestly, this is my variegated, or honestly just called tiger fern, and as y'all can see, it is doing, except this little bendy leaf, which is kind of sad, but it's doing really good. It just put out this nice new leaf and it looks beautiful. Honestly obsessed. And it is a plant, I mean, we all know that ferns, especially those Boston ferns that we always see at the big box stores, they need high humidity, honestly. And I'm pretty, I guess you can say, blessed that I have very high humidity in the apartment, to the point that I need to use a dehumidifier, and that's the water that I use to water the balcony plants, which I thought would kill them, but I've been doing it for like a month already and they're thriving outside, along with the consistent of me watering them every single day, because it's 100 outside usually, or it feels like 100 Fahrenheit. It's windy, so the plants dry out really fast in the balcony. So giving them daily watering has benefited them a lot, and even better that I don't gotta get my little watering can, which is what I do. Sometimes I get like a big planter that doesn't have any holes, and I'll fill it up with the water and use it to water the plants in the balcony, but it makes it easy to just, because I gotta empty out the dehumidifier, right, the machine, I just pull it out, dump it outside with the plants, and then load it back in and let it get more Wi-Fi water or something like that. But because it pulls out the water from the air. Anyways, so yeah, I have high humidity in my apartment. It's like 50, I think 60% humidity. Without the AC Central on, without the machine, I saw it getting up to as close as 80% humidity, which is really scary. I always have all of my fans on because, you know, mold and stuff like that and mildew. So having the fans on has helped a lot. But as you can see, this guy has been thriving and doing really good. I've always wanted one. And when I found it on Etsy on this store called Green Escape, I believe, for a really affordable price, it was really cheap. And I was like, it's tiny, so if I kill it, it's not gonna hurt my pockets too much. Because I did saw one at a nursery a while back. It was like a nice massive hanging basket for like 27 bucks, which honestly was a really good price. But I don't know if my heart can take such a beautiful massive plant like that and kill it. So I ended up getting a small one and see how I would do. It's doing super duper good. I do have another one which I'm currently watering right now, but it's a really nice plant. It does really good. And I think I've also I feel like plants get used of their routine, right? And I don't really have a routine. I try to water my plants when I have time, if not before or after work, or on my days off when I can, when I'm not doing any family stuff. I water some plants here or there, like you know. But I feel like plants will get used to that. Like they would get used to a little bit of period of drying out, because I'm an underwater, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I have underwatered this fern, which I'm still surprised that it's still alive. But I feel like plants get used of like their environment, and like, you know, they I guess you can say they get hardened off, right? Like with lighting, I feel like it does the same thing with watering. But it's a fern, they still want to stay. I mean, I did lost a few leaves, they're like super tiny, but because like I forgot to water it. But I've been pretty consistent with this one, especially since it's just been doing super duper good these past weeks. I just can't let it go downhill at all, because I know I have a humidity, and all I gotta do is just keep giving it a good drink of water. So I love this tiger fern. It's just so beautiful. And honestly, I do recommend if you want to go ahead and check it out on that Etsy. Not sponsored, but I think it's great to get tiny plants and experiment. Plants that you feel like you would kill, you get it in a small form. A lot of you already know that. But yeah, it just like it helps y'all. Like I'm just so happy. I love this. Is like this new, it's called a frond, right? It's not a leaf. What is a leaf? But like I think it's specifically it's called a frond or something like that. It's just the most striking one, and I just love the variegation. It's so beautiful, y'all. It's so pretty, and I think I need to. No, I'm not gonna repot it yet, but I feel like in a month or two it's gonna be time to upgrade it to like a 3-inch planter, and just let it get bigger. But I love this little guy. I'm gonna put it back where it belongs. Also, it's not part of the list, but I'm gonna give you guys a little update. This is my Florida Ghost that I also got when I got that little plant, and they sell like tiny plants for a really good price, and plants that are kind of hard to find or like usually pretty expensive. They're really reasonable on their Etsy store, so I love it a lot. And honestly, before you like add it to the cart, wait a couple minutes, if not hours, or a day if you can, because usually they'll push out like a discount. I've noticed they do that a lot. He's outside. I noticed they do that a lot. So yeah, if you want to get like a 25% off, just like wait a little bit longer and you'll get that coupon. I wish I did it because I didn't, but now I know. They also put a lot of sales too, which is awesome, as if like their prices are not already a really good deal. This is my Florida Ghost. It's getting bigger. Like look at this new leaf. It looks like a high heel, like a little foot, like you know, all sassy and everything. It's growing so much, y'all. Like y'all told me this is a really easy plant, and it is. Like it's doing amazing, and I just love it. I love how it's doing super good. Talking about tiny plants, I have another plant that is part of the list that I also purchased when I got those guys, and it's my Anthurium veitchii. I can never pronounce it correctly, but this guy just put out a new leaf, and it was this one, which is already nice and big, because when I got it, the biggest leaf was this one. Can you put my fingers as a reference? And then he gave me this nice big one. I'm gonna show you Valentina because he wants to say hi to y'all. And then he just put out this other bigger leaf. They're just getting bigger and bigger, and I really cannot wait for the bumps to happen. I mean, it's already happening. It looks like a 6-pack, and it's giving summer vibes, but it's just getting big. And a lot of y'all send me some pictures on Facebook as well, on Instagram, of like y'all's collection of like y'all's Anthurium veitchii. Y'all's are so big, and I really hope I can keep making mine happy and letting it get bigger, because it seems like it's doing that. I mean, I feel like I just let it give it some good light. I haven't fertilized it, so I feel like that would give it a nice push, but I am just in love with this plant. It's because I've seen, there's this guy on YouTube, he has this massive, it's like huge, like these guys get big, y'all, and the one he has is beautiful, and that's what made me fall in love with it. And I was like, I need to get one. So I went to Etsy, and then it was on sale, and that's when I ended up buying these. So if I didn't watch this video, I would have never got this plant, and I would have been really sad. I'm happy that I did it, because like it's been putting out so much progress. I'm in love with this little guy. It's just so cute. It's so tiny, but it's gonna get big pretty soon, I'm pretty sure, if I keep giving it what it wants. And honestly, if I'm not telling you like the care that I'm usually doing, I mean, other than the fern, which I already know they're kind of finicky, but they all get they're all in grow lights. The grow lights turn on at 6 in the morning, and they turn off at 10. They turn off at 10 p.m. Sorry, I just yawned. I'm a little bit tired. But yeah, so they turn off at 10. I don't know how many hours that is. I feel like it's 14 hours, I believe. You can do the math, but it's for a good amount of time. They're all LED, but it does rank up a light on the light bill. I'm pretty sure. I pay the light bill, so I don't feel kind of bad that I'm using all this light. So I feel okay using all this power if I'm gonna, like, you know, so. And it's for my babies. I need my babies to grow. Like, I just need them to grow. And again, I'm happy that they're all LED, because if they're fluorescent, my light bill possibly would have been like $800 a month. So this guy gets a lot of light, and it's like right over here in this little saucer. You guys can barely see, but that's where it gets its light, from this one little light bulb. Let me get Valentina, because he wants to say hi to y'all. Yeah. I know. You're gonna have to talk on the camera now, baby. You get the spotlight. Yeah? I try to get him like a little bit under his wings, but also on his belly a little bit. Trying to like divide the weight because he's getting a little bit hefty. I changed his feeding schedule a couple months back because I felt like he was starving. So now he gets fed 5 times a day, 2 or 3 servings. Like, why did say hi? Say hi. Oh, your breast stinks. You're so sassy, baby. Don't want to say nothing? And each serving, each time he gets fed, it's like 2 servings or 3 servings instead of 1. It's because the machine, like when it's 1 serving of the machine, y'all, it's like 5, okay, wants to go down. 5 kibbles of, I'll show you when he wants to, it's already fur. 5 pieces of kibble of cat food. That offended Valentino. So I gotta do it, so, you know, so I had to triple it. I doubled it and then I tripled it because that wasn't enough for my baby. But he's getting a little bit of weight. He's not fat, but he don't have his hips no more. I'm kidding. He's fine though. And because a lot of people were commenting, like saying like, there he goes. A lot of people were telling me like I wasn't feeding him, and it really got me like thinking like, am I feeding him enough? Because I was going based on the packaging and Google, and I think I was doing a good job. But I don't know. I feel like Valentine has a fat metabolism because he is getting fed a lot, but he's not that fat. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Okay. If you me out too much, I'm gonna send him outside in the living room. Hopefully him being here is not gonna make him scream too much. He's a very vocal cat, y'all. His name is Valentino. He is 3 years old. I don't know how many cat years that is. I forgot, honestly. I think he's already like an adult, like a young adult. See, now he wants to go outside. Wanna go outside now, huh? There. Ugh, you're so fake. Alrighty. So that's the Enduring Veitchii and the variegated tiger fern, which are just chef kisses. And honestly, they're doing super duper good. Oh my god, for a second I thought it was a bug. So this next plant, y'all, I've almost killed. Why can't I talk? I've almost killed, but I placed it outside. I was cheating. And it has exploded in growth. But I'm currently checking for it if there's any bugs. Because like I said, it's outside. But yeah, it has grown a lot. And I didn't want to lose it because my boyfriend got it for me when we went to the this really far away nursery, Green Gate, I believe. And it's special to me. He paid like 27 bucks for it, which is kind of expensive because it was pretty like uncommon back then. Now you can kind of see it. It's so uncommon. It's because it's not a popular plant. But I saw it on Instagram and I fell in love with it. Of course, it looked a lot better on Instagram, but it still is beautiful in person. Maybe because it's following the light, I'm not quite sure. But it's my variegated spiral ginger. I don't know if you remember, but this guy was like struggling in the winter time. It was like literally like this. And honestly, I don't know if I remember. I did a video months back. I don't know if I put it even in the title. I botched it. It had really bad infestation of spider mites, and it was just so bad. So I botched it. You can still see where I ended up cutting it off. You'll see the little pieces of in there, and I ended up drowning it in rubbing alcohol. The same bottle right over here. Honestly, I used to be so scared of spraying my plants with rubbing alcohol. This is 70% diluted. So I believe, let me double check. It's this bottle. Yeah, 70%. So I believe it's 70% rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. I don't even know. And it's 30% water. It's diluted. You can dilute it even more, but I don't. I was using 50%, and millibugs were still coming back with spider mites. So I ended up upgrading a little higher to 70%. And it's pretty cheap. I got it from Walmart. I got the cheap brand. It does a good job. And it's done a better job at keeping a lot of the millibugs and spider mites at bay. It doesn't do anything to aphids though. I noticed that. I don't know why, but it does help a lot with millibugs and spider mites. Rubbing alcohol. It's already diluted. I put in my pink little spray bottle that I also got. I think I got it from Dollar Tree for like $1, or $1.25. And I just spray my plants, and this is one of them that I drowned in. And it has helped a lot. But like I said, it's outside where it's really humid and I water it almost every single day with the dehumidifier. So it's all getting dehumidifier water from the machine, and it's extremely humid outside. I don't know if I said that already. And it's warm and it's bright. It gets bright in direct light, as you can see by the leaves. It's just so pretty. Like when I had it inside, it was giving me just green. It wasn't that cute. But now it's outside, it's getting a lot of light, and now it looks like the legit Instagram picture that I saw years back, and it just looks so pretty. I like how cool you can kind of see the spiral, and this is a plant that's easy to propagate. I gave a cutting to my mom. I did. It was already rooted. I hadn't propagating in water. I'm not quite sure how it's doing for her, but I'm gonna tell her, like, hey, I might just give her more cuttings, because honestly, that's what I'm doing now with my collection, you guys. When plants get too big, I just chop them. It hurts because I put so much love and care and time into it putting that much growth just for me to chop it. But it helps a lot. It helps to like still keep it in my collection without dealing with such a massive plants, you know, like it would be crazy. And again, I don't have that much light and space, so chopping it helps. It also makes the plant a lot more bushier. It makes it look a lot more nicer. So, and then extra bonus, you get cuttings that you can give to friends. You can propagate for yourself. You can make more free plants in your collection or stuff like that, right? So yeah, I can see myself chopping this up and letting it get more bushy, because I don't know how tall it can get. I think from what I read, it can get up to 3 feet tall. It's about to be 2 feet. I can see it, like, you guys can see that, but it don't look like it in the camera, but I can see like it's 2 feet. Can't really give you guys anything for a reference, but yeah, so I also gotta rotate it because you can kind of see how it's following the light. It's getting a lot of bright in direct light. I thought it was like a slug, but it's just dirt. It was scaring me a little bit, but yeah, it's just doing so good. I thought I almost lost it and I was so sad, but whenever I almost lose a plant, I kind of cheat and I put it outside, especially in summertime. Obviously, I gotta water almost every single day away from the direct sunlight. You put it in a spot where it gets indirect, basically, like there's no sun rays hitting the foliage, right? Like on the bottom of a tree, it's perfect for a lot of houseplants. You just gotta keep watering it. Like you gotta water it. Like don't get scared of root rot. Unless it's like in a cash pot and the water doesn't escape, then it's gonna get root rot. But if it's like on drainage holes, and look, there's even roots on the bottom, it wants to like leave. But yeah, my Sparrow ginger, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm just in love with that. I really, really am. All right, next up, what should I do? I'm gonna show this one. This is a plant that we kind of see in the big box stores every now and then. I'm gonna show it in this list because I'm very, very proud on how much it has grown. It has put out lots of new growth, and it was flowering for me when I had it in the grow lights, but now I have it above the shelf. You see that little empty spot right there with that planter, the white planter? That's where it's at, because it looks really good right there. And it gets a little bit of the window light, and it can handle low light conditions, but it can tolerate it, right? We gotta start using that word. It can tolerate it, but it would prefer bright, indirect light, even if it's artificial, right? Like actual grow lights. But it's my green Maranta, and look how much she has grown. Now, not even just that she has done super duper good for me, but this girly is going with the battle of mealybugs, and you can barely see. I did take off a little bit of crispy leaves from the base, and that's honestly probably what was promoting the fungus gnats. I mean, mealybugs. But and also, from my experience, I used rubbing alcohol on this plant. We know that Marantas and Calices can be a pretty sensitive plant. It doesn't care. I haven't noticed any crispiness. I feel like it goes with the humidity. I just have so much humidity in my apartment and the airflow that like, I think it bounces back. I don't know what it does, but because I'm pretty sure back then if I was giving it rubbing alcohol when I had dry air, when I was in the other house, it would have like crisped up. Like it would have got really, really crispy. It's just doing really, really good. And a lot of it had to deal with the fact that it was in the grow lights. When this plant is on grow lights, like any other plant, but this one reacts pretty fast. It pushes out a lot of new leaves. I like to call them straws. A lot of people call them straws. And basically it's when new leaves come out, they look like straws. Really, really cute. And I'm just so proud of this plant. Like, hello. I'm kind of scared to chop it up to promote more growth. I know I have to at some point. And it's still in its nursery planter. Okay, it's on this nursery planter. Y'all see that little ball? So I heard that these guys go based off tubers, kind of. There's a ball. So I kind of want to like chop it up and put it in sphagnum moss and get a baby Maranta. That's really, really cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it sit here. Again, almost all my plants are either like in cash pots, basically another decorative planter or non-decorative with no holes in it. And it's on this nursery planter, right? Oh shoot. It's on a nursery planter with holes, so it can drain. And you can say you can get root rot. I'm in underwater, so that's not really a thing. But if that was the case, I will go ahead and check it every single day. And the small hangy baskets from Costa Farm fit perfectly. And these Costa Farm planters. Because I try to reuse them a lot. There's a lot of planters that like, the ones that I hate the most are the, with the string, the cotton, the wick and grow planters. I don't like those at all. There are some, this is a new version that they made. And I like this one a lot. I'll show it to you in a bit. Because it doesn't have that middle part. And I have some plants that have like a nice long planter and it fits perfectly in there as a catch pot. But when it has that big bump in there, I know it has its benefits, there's this reason, but I don't like it. I can't really do much with it. But yes, this Maranta has done really, really good with me. And it has a tuber, which is really, really interesting. And I'm really, really proud of it, that it's really, really doing a good job, even with the mealybugs and the rubbing alcohol. It seems like she's winning right now. It's starting to fold. It's getting kind of night already. Super cool. Oh, look at that, it's like a sea of Maranta. Oh, hello. That is so pretty. Slowly put it in the back where they belong. Because I'm gonna take a shower after this. I'm a little bit tired. Next up is going to be this one. This is a plant that people are still looking for, but you can get pretty lucky if the odds are still there. Like, honestly, as a matter of fact, you can find this plant in almost any local plant shop. I'll say that. Because in the big box stores, not really. They get snatched up pretty fast because they're usually like in those massive baskets, right? For a pretty cheap price. But you can get this at like a local plant shop. It's my Cebu Blue. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was from a 4-inch planter from Urban Jungle. I upgraded it to a 6-inch planter, and I'm using it as I'm using the Costa Farm string because it fits perfectly in the hooks in here. And it's starting to like vine, and I can either upgrade it to one of these planters. So the Dollar Tree planters are really, really awesome. These are also awesome to use as cash pots for the massive hangy baskets of Costa Farm. These are really, really good, honestly. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Yes. So I can end up placing it here and it would grow. I know people will say root rot. Again, y'all, I'm an underwater. I don't really deal with root rot, but very rare for me, girl. It's very rare for me. But I think I might just, I don't know. I kind of want to give it a haircut. I don't really want Cebu Blue cuttings. I already have a couple of Cebu Blue propagations that are already starting to vine on the balcony. I don't know if I want one. I guess I would love to get them for free, but it's mucho borlote. It's a whole ruckus to like. Yeah, I'm busy, girl. I don't got time to like send appointments and like respond to messages. Girl, no. But I don't know. Like I hate it, but I've been doing this lately. I just chop the plants and I throw the cuttings away. Because I just don't want to deal with it. I already have a lot of propagations, y'all. Like there's a plant that I propagated a couple months back and they're starting to vine. And I don't have the space in the apartment right now. So they're on the balcony, they're living their best life. But I'm thinking in the future, I'm like, where am I gonna put you once you like, you know, and then you're out, you know. So I don't know, but I'm gonna deal with that when it's time. This Cebu Blue, y'all, it's just so pretty. I know you're supposed to like go ahead and like let this like climb and it will develop beautiful fenestrations. Steel blues honestly have pretty good luck of like letting them like, they don't get smaller leaves as they grow, as long as it's getting enough light. Unlike a philodendron, those guys are so annoying. Like a green holly philodendron will get smaller and smaller and smaller to like a petty, small shape of a heart, like the Grinch's heart. It just, it doesn't work out. But the Ceiba blue does a really, really good job. And look how full it is. It came from a 4-inch planter, y'all. Like, it's just crazy. And I got it like 2 months ago. No, that's a lie. Yeah, like 2 months ago, honestly. And it has grown so much. So I love it. I think I might chop it and let it get more bushy on top and get more viney. And then I ended up upgrading it to one of these big boys and still have it outside and let it get massive. Like my OG Steel Blue that I've had, and rest in peace on her. But yeah, so I'm really, really proud of this guy. You guys cannot really see because the lighting is so bad in here, but it looks nice and bluish. I don't know how to do color correction. I can saturate a video on iMovie, but I can't boost the blue. So you can see, I'm pretty sure you can see the blue. Like I said, it's getting like very bright and direct light in the balcony. So like, this plant has no excuses to be giving me some green leaves, but it's just so pretty. It really, really is. I might propagate it. I kind of want to have a Steel blue inside, because like the ones that I propagate are outside, because I don't know why I do that. When I want a plant to grow fast, I just put it in the balcony and it explodes every single time. So next up is going to be my Nanook Tradescantii. It's kind of funny because this plant was from the Treasure Box collection from Costa Farm. I rarely ever see them in the big box stores. I don't know why. I don't know if it just stopped, or like they were like, I don't know, or like will they do it when it's in season. But I got this one from a local plant shop actually. The ones that I got from Costa Farm on the big box stores, they always go downhill. But for some reason this one has done nothing but beautiful things for me. And it came from like, I think 2 plants. And what I ended up doing, I just chop it and it branched out very nicely. Tradescantii are really, really good with that. And it has this long little guy going along. This is getting a lot of light, so you can see a lot more pink, and it's just so pretty. Every time I post it on Facebook, people like go crazy over it. I mean, it's really, really gorgeous, especially under the lights. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and chop it over here. And I also have another Tradescantii Nanook and the balcony that I propagated, so I might just put those cuttings in there. I might even chop this and just let it get more bushy. I really, really wanted to branch out. This guy though, I used to kill it a lot because Tradescantii Nanooks, or almost all Tradescantii, they really don't like to get underwatered. They really don't like it, honestly. Like they, especially this one, you can, I didn't know, I know some plants do this, but this one's really, really good at doing this. When she does not get her water, she will give you crispy leaves. Now, if you put water on the leaves, like when you're watering it on top, it would also, so when we look at the plant, it's just so pretty, the camera, when it would develop crispiness or like nasty stuff on the foliage. So whenever I water her, I always try to pick her up and I water this and then I put it down and I let it bottom water, because it's just too pretty, and I know how she gets if I put a little bit of water droplet. It's a little bit of water, it's not gonna kill it, but or like go bad, right? As long as it's gonna dry out pretty fast. But if it's like in the corner of a shelf, like how I had it back then, and there was hardly any airflow, there was airflow, but like for her, not that much. It's just gonna do nasty things. But it's almost like an African violet, to be honest. Those guys really don't like having water in their leaves, but other than that, it's a beautiful plant. It has bloom for me. I don't really care much about the flowers. I know that she's happy, but I just want the foliage. It's just so pretty. It's beautiful. And I need to make one for my mom because she had one, but she had it outside last year and it died from the colds. And that was from the Costa Farm one too. But I feel like this one, I don't know if it's more hardy, if it has better genetics. I don't know what it is, but it does a really, really good job with me. And it looks so good, like it's doing really, really good. So I love this guy a lot. And again, I go to my local plant shop. You can usually find these in the local plant shops. If you go, you can find these. So this is not part of the list, but I'm gonna show it to you. I have a couple of Tradescantii, y'all. This is my Feeling Flirty Tradescantii from Proven Winners. It had a weird, awkward stage where it was just flowers and flowers and flowers from when I got it. And then it started now putting out lots of nice foliage. From when it was sold to me, it was labeled as Feeling Flirty. And then I have this other Tradescantii right over here. And this one, I believe is called Rainbow. I'm pretty sure it's called Rainbow Tradescantia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I got this one from H-E-B. And it is also really, really pretty. It's one that I was watering on top and she did not like that at all. And it was almost making like a fungal issue. Like you can still see a little bit of it. I don't know if I can see it at the camera. Like a little bit of fungal stuff going on. So what I did, and it worked. I just sprayed rubbing alcohol. I can't spray too much because I'm in my room and it's like locked up in here. I just sprayed rubbing alcohol in it and it killed whatever was going on, or it stopped what was happening. So because it was spreading, it was so weird. And then it started to put out lots of new growth and you can see all these beautiful that was a strong whiff, or like I just breathed in a lot of rubbing alcohol by accident, but you can see the beautiful pink leaves. They're just so pretty. They're really, really, really pretty. Another Tradescantia that I have, again, these are not from the list, but I just want to show it to you because like they're just so awesome. Tradescantias are a little bit underrated. I don't know why. There's one that I want. It's my wish list for so long. It's the Blushing Bride Tradescantia. You can Google it because I don't have it here with me, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So this is my Pink Panther Tradescantia. Nice and poofy like my hair. Well, this looks a lot better than my hair, but like look at that. It's just so cute. She is so petite, so plump, just so cute. It's just so cute. And then I have, I know you guys can see her, but my Baby Bunny's Belly's Tradescantia. And then I have my white pistachio Tradescantia in the balcony. And what other Tradescantia do I have? I think that's all the Tradescantia I have in my collection. Sadly, I had another one, but I got rid of it because it was just not doing so good with me. But next up in the list is going to be this one. I've showed it to you a couple times already. Like it's always in the list because it's one of those plants that I would always kill, and for some reason it has done super duper good with me. All I did was just, I don't know, I really don't know. I sometimes underwater her, and she's on a really chunky mix, to be honest. One thing that I could say about her right now is that whenever I water her, she really does not like having water in her leaves. This variegated strawberry begonia. I posted on Facebook and people gave me different names, and I googled it and it's also those names. I don't have them on top of my head, but I always known it as the variegated strawberry begonia. Google it, it's gonna pop up. But if you also Google the other term too, it's gonna pop up as well. So she is a little bit, I think she's getting way too much light, to be honest. She's getting not as, I honestly don't know what's going on. It's going a little bit like, it's giving me brown. It's giving me brown ever since she gave me these babies, which is pretty crazy by the way. When I got her, she was like this size, a little tiny baby, and she has grown a lot. And she's giving me so many babies. I kind of want to get rid of them, girl. Like, I don't know, I propagated a lot of them. And I have another one, which is my boyfriend's, but I'm taking care of it for him. It's also putting a lot of babies, which I'll show it to you in a bit. And it just started doing it. And his is still really, really nice and like pinkish, pretty. This one, I mean, it's putting out new leaves. It is also dealing with mealybugs, but she's pretty strong with that. The damage is barely there, honestly. So I'm really, really surprised about that. Some plants can't take it. Some plants don't mind it. I mean, they don't prefer it, but they don't go downhill that fast. This is one of them. And yeah, I just give it a good amount of light. I give it regular tap water. It's humid in the plant room. It's like 60% humidity. I think the humidity in my apartment has something to do with like my success with my collection. I feel like a lot of these plants just want humidity. And then obviously a lot of my plants, they have some source of light. I feel like it's really important for plants to have light. We all do, but there's people that place them in a dark spot and expect it to thrive. I don't understand that. Plants need light. Like that's how they make their food. That's how they fight off infections. That's how they fight off pests. So light is very important, artificial or natural. It needs light. But yeah, so this is my variegated strawberry. Wow, variegated strawberry begonias. That's a tongue twist. Again, I just did it. I'm a little bit tired. I really wanted to film this video, But I only got like after work. Like that's the only time I got, to be honest. And then I have the morning too, but I don't want to like be loud when everybody's like still sleeping. So this is the perfect time for me to like do this video for you. But I love this plant, y'all, and it's on a really, really cute face planter, which you can barely see, but look at her. Look at her eyes, she's so pretty. Eyelashes. Ojitos, ojitos. So yeah, it's a really, really cute plant. I got it from a local nursery as well, I think last year. And I'm gonna show you my boyfriend says. These were in tiny planters and I ended up uprooting them. And now doing these bigger ones. I like to reuse my planters. Honestly, I can see myself upgrading this plant to this. This is a Costa Farm planter, the small hangy baskets, and I don't see nothing wrong with reusing the planters, to be honest. I really don't. This is his. Super, super good. It looks so much better than mine. Look at that. And it just put out a load of babies. Like, look at all those babies. You can share those with friends, you guys. It also has money bugs. Everything has money bugs. Like, this heat and humidity has these money bugs going crazy. And my light bill came out a little bit too high. So now what I do when I leave an apartment, I used to leave the apartment to 74 Fahrenheit. And we used to sleep at 68 Fahrenheit. But now we sleep like at 72 Fahrenheit. It's, girl. And when I go to work, I leave the AC temperature to like 78. I used to leave it off. We used to come back from home and it was just too hot in here. And I know the mealybugs love that, so that's a big no-no for me. So yeah, these mealybugs are crazy, but I can still see a little one right there. Those little motherfuckers. Super pretty though. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. What I could say, because all these plants I used to kill them, what I could say is this, what was different, because I'm not really telling you that much, right? Humidity. Again, I get my collection did grew. I think that has to do with it, but the humidity in my apartment, it's a really nice humidity, like it's 50-60% humidity. That's like perfect. That's like the maximum for humans. And too much is like and for plants, that's like a good middle ground for the plants. I think that's really has to do with my collection. A lot of my plants are doing super duper good. So the difference is humidity. If you don't have any humidity, they have the humidifiers. I used to have one back then. They were kind of pain in the butt because you gotta clean the machine and then you gotta like use a specific amount of water. You can use tap water, but like it's much harder. I just do what I do. You have like 100 plants and you will naturally have humidity in your apartment or your house. I want to show you this too. This is my Thai constellation. A little update for y'all. We got her at HEB. Look at her, she's so pretty. And she's putting out this nice big leaf. Look at her new leaf, y'all. Valentina wants to see it, but I feel like it's gonna knock it down. I don't know. Really, really proud of that Thai constellation. Alrighty, we have two more, and they're both, I believe, Sonantes. So the first one is this one. It was on a couple of videos back then, and she's coming back again because this plant, I read that I was gonna kill it, but it has done nothing but wonders for me. And it's my Charlie Stramante. Look at her newest leaf. Are you so for real? Look at this nice straw coming through. She's just putting out leaf after leaf after leaf. And I'm just so in love with this plant, y'all. It does really, 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 really good. And I got it from a website online. I have a tag over here. It's the bottom. I forgot what it's called. Because when I'm at work, y'all, I be looking at plant shops a lot. It's Canopy Plant Co. Stramante Charlie, and I paid $30 for it. And it was on a 4-inch planter. And now she's on a 6-inch planter. And look how much she has grown. It looks like a 4-inch planter. That's how big she looks. But no, this is a 6-inch planter. She came from well, I can talk. From a 4-inch planter. And I can show you something that looks like a 4-inch for me. This is almost like a 4-inch. So, she has really done an amazing job. I really, really like that website. Not sponsored. They didn't send me the plans for free or to do a video. I did it myself because honestly, I'm gonna close the blinds already. It's getting dark outside and People can look at me like I'm crazy, which I am a little bit, but like I don't want them to know. I saw it on Facebook on a group. This girl got a beautiful, it looked like a civil blue, but it has the color of a golden pothos, which by the way, I had one inside from Propagations. Millibugs just loved it, so I just tossed it away. The battle, they won. So it's in the trash. The mother plant is in the balcony and she's doing a-okay, but that plant is just so like, it's just not for me. But I've gotten other plants from Canopy Plant Co. and I don't have them like around me right now. But I've done actually an unboxing as well. Where are those plants? They're probably like in the living room, or they're probably outside on the balcony. But this is one of them, and I love that website so much. Honestly, once my bills are paid, and because I have a really bad spending habit. I'm very irresponsible with my money, in all honesty. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? But I really want to buy some plants from Gabriella Plants and Canopy Plant Co. In other words, a lot of these places, y'all, it's getting crazy. A lot of these prices are dropping so fast, and there's so many new varieties that I've never seen. And I'm a big foliage person, and the leaves are just so pretty. They're just so pretty. They're just so pretty. So I am doing the best I can every day when I'm at work, on the break, on my phone, browsing, adding like 10, 15 plants in my cart, and then just closing the tab. Because if I give myself another minute, I'm gonna place an order. It's just so hard. The prices are just so good right now. So many amazing varieties, and maybe next year, I mean, I'm about to bullet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go ahead and order some plants down the line, but it's really hard not to go crazy. And what humbles me every day is when I walk in my collection, I see millibugs. I don't want to bring any plants in my collection when I have a millibug infestation going on a little bit. It's back and forth. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. Like not that bad. But right now it's getting there because this past weeks, y'all, I've been so busy. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all too. I mean, it's the summer, right? With family, lots of graduations, lots of birthday parties, and yeah, it's just work and family, and any time that I have left over is to rest, because mental health is so important. You can't pour an empty cup. So when I have time, I give it to myself. If it's either like cleaning or like taking a bath or just laying in the bed and watching a show. And then any extra time that I have, I'll go and like do the things that I don't like to do in my collection, which is dealing with the millibugs, spraying them with the rubbing alcohol. Even though it's kind of fun, but it can get kind of draining when like you clean the plants and then it comes back, or like there's just another plant that has it. It's supposed to be a positive, it's not supposed to be a negative video, but it's just hard, okay? It's just hard. But these plants have made it easier for me this month. This is not a plant, by the way. This is the second last one. I'm just rambling. These plants have made it really worth it for me, along with the other plants that I showed you, like that Thai constellation. Like when I see a new leaf coming to even my fiddle leaf fig, the big one that I have, is putting out a lot of new leaves, and seeing that makes me like I'm doing something for my collection, like something positive. Like it feels like I'm not doing enough, or like if I'm doing like nothing, right? I don't know. But yeah, so this girlie, she's an amazing soldier. She slays. She has gone through millibugs, she has gone through underwaterings, and she's still thriving and giving me new leaves every single week. And I'm just beyond grateful for everything she has given me. And the leaves are just beautiful. I mean, I love, y'all know me, people used to get mad at me because I just love variegated plants, and they wanted me to give my non-variegated plants love too, which there's my fiddle leaf figs, right? They're all green. I love fiddles. But there's just something special about the variegated ones. I love how like each leaf is unique. I know we hear that all the time, but it's so true. Like each leaf is so different and it's so unique. You can't find, like the snow, you can't really find a snowflake. My apologies. You can't find one of the same or the other. It's gonna be really hard. And it's just fun to see like what the plant wants to give me when it puts out a new leaf. So Love, love, love my Charlie Stramanti. I love Canopy Plant Co. Not sponsored. They're pretty popular company on TikTok as well, and Instagram. I've seen them a lot. So they're well known, but I love that place a lot. So if you need like a place to shop, I highly recommend to go check them out because they have really, really good stuff. So next up is this one, and the reason why it's on my list is because it has grown honestly a lot more, and I haven't killed it. Every time I get this plant, it always gets spider mites. I call it the never never plant. It's not known like that. Okay, you just Google never never plants. You're gonna see it, and then you're gonna see the other names that she is known for. That's what I call it, the never never plant. So yeah, just Google it. You're gonna find the legit name that other people want to call it as, but that's how I call it. Anyways, it's really really pretty. I love, and she's starting to fold. It's like a prayer plant. It's getting, I think it's already like 8 or 9, and usually the leaves go down, right? Like giving a nice show. It would look like that, but now it's going mimis and they're going all up. It has grown a lot. Yeah, I'm like, I think it's already 3 feet. I'm like 6 foot, I think so. I'm like probably 5'10", 5'11". I'm probably already 6 foot. I keep getting taller. I'm gonna be 25 years old and I'm still getting taller. I don't know why. I don't understand why, but I am. So I'm not trying to brag. Honestly, I always wanted to be short, okay? But God had different plans for me. It's so annoying. But this girly is really, I think it's 3 feet. Honestly, this plant is just doing so good. I kind of want to chop it, this long vine. I mean, it's just brand new, but I want it to get bushy. I don't want it to get too leggy. With the cuttings, I don't know. Honestly, I want to just give it to my mom. She can propagate them outside or inside, however she wants to do it. Because like, I don't want to make more duplicates in my collection. Like, I already have a good amount of plants. What I'm trying to add is the other new plants that I've been seeing, and or like getting the tiny plants like the Anthurium vicia or like the tiger fern or the Florida ghost. I'm starting to like, I like it, but it's really, really getting to me, like growing from like when they're tiny, because like you have more time to enjoy it and like less time to stress about like, where am I gonna put you? Like, well, for me, it stresses me out. Like, where am I gonna put you when you get really, really big and you're already overgrown your spots with the grow lights and the system that I have set up, and now I gotta find a new spot, and I only have a few spots with a good how can I say it? Like the grow light, the floor. Like, I don't have that many spots. I have a lot of spots that are like a foot or 2, but not like for this. So there has to be like on the edge of the shelf where any like seeping light is through. But that's the thing about these plants, they need a good source of light because they have more foliage to like, you know, take in. It's not gonna get leggy and it's just gonna struggle. So, and for me, my big stuff, my big plants, my priorities are my fiddle leaf figs and my old corn plants. Those are the ones that get that massive real estate in my collection. That makes any sense, because like they're big plants and I knew what I'm signing up for. But this, no, and like I said, I might just chop it over here and propagate this or give it to somebody and let it just branch out, because like, but I love the leaves. I think they're also so pretty. I mean, obviously, like, look at that. Every time it's just like, it's pixelated. It looks like a cartoon. It's just so pretty. It's really, really pretty. I usually start this every morning. Like, it always catches my eye when I get my cup of coffee every single time, or because it's by the balcony door, or whenever I walk to the balcony door, I always see this and I'm just like, wow, God really took his time with you, girl. You look pretty. So those are all the plants in my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too negative. We're getting a little bit negative, but it's just real life. Pests can get so annoying in my collection. People always ask me like, how do I water all my plants? Honestly, like, there's a balance. Like, not a balance, but like there's a way with that. But like, they should be asking like, how do you deal with the lighting? You know, like, we don't have skylights. Like, there's only so much grow lights can do. Hello, I have so many. I have a lot, honestly. I have a lot. Also, I'm gonna show you guys this one. Ugh, it's dry in there. But this is the variegated anthurium. Also, I got it from Green Escape, my apologies. There's a lot of plants in there too from them, but this was the one that's like, oh. And she's taking her time. But to be fair, it is dry, and I really hope I have some water in this watering can. Very little. And I'm gonna give it, honestly, to the begonia because the begonia is doing so good in the calyptus. I feel like the anthurium can handle a little bit. I think anthuriums are a little bit more hardy. I saw the other plants that are nearby it. But yeah, I'm already getting a little bit lightheaded. I'm gonna go and take a shower and go to sleep and then edit this in the morning, but I hope you all enjoyed. And something else positive vibes. Let me know what your favorite plants. I always like to know. And something else positive vibes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!